Fred here, welcome back to the Gear Obsession channel. In this episode, we'll be taking a look at the WiMiUS S2 Ultra HD Sports Cam. WiMiUS is known for these inexpensive sports cameras, and this particular one has all the features and functionality that make it ideal as a value-priced sports camera that can be used underwater, and also as a car DVR because it has the G sensor in it, and it's also capable of cutting the videos up into 1, 3, or 5 minute videos before it sets to the next one, sort of a looping kind of functionality or a cyclic record function. So let's go ahead and, you know what, instead of going into a lot of details, what I want to do is put some fun videos up front, because I know some people have very short attention spans. So I'm going to go ahead and throw a video up where I attached it to the underside of my, I can't think today, my quadcopter, and then I went ahead and took it on a motorcycle ride. I do want to apologize that there's no actual audio on the motorcycle ride. I inadvertently hit the mute button when I started recording when I took off on my bike. So enjoy some pleasant background music instead. For those of you who are interested, that video ended at Solomon's Island in southern Maryland. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the features and a close look at all the functionality of this value-priced sports cam. So I want to show you everything you get for your money. You get the camera and this box. This setup costs $76.95, and I went ahead and provided a link below. I also provided two other links, and these links do bring you to Amazon, by the way. One where it also includes a case and extra battery for $83.99, and then another link where it comes with this plus an extra SD card for $89.95. A lot cheaper than your typical GoPro. So what do you get with this? Well, besides the camera, I'll just sort of leave that there because you're getting that, right? Need to add some light here. You also get all this stuff. All this stuff. Wow. That's a lot of stuff. You get a instruction book with a lot of pictures, which is good because I like pictures. I figured this out without the instruction book, by the way. Cleaning cloth. Some zip ties. So I guess that's good because if you want to permanently run the USB to micro USB cable that you might have, because I don't know if there is one here included. Here it is. You can go ahead and sort of zip tie it to parts of the car to set that up as a nice DVR. You get some Velcro strips, some straps. You get a lot of different mounts, even a handlebar mount, which is pretty cool. This is a frame mount, which is really neat because when you have your camera inside this case, you're not going to get very good audio. And if you're not taking it underwater, why don't you just use this frame? You just stick it in this frame instead, and then you could go ahead and sort of put this on a tripod as that tripod mount. So that's pretty good to have. You have another back door. This one is a little different than I think the one that's on there. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Yeah, see, this one has little slots, little holes in it. Maybe that's so sound can get in and out of it better. I'm speculating. Make sure you don't have that on there when you take it on the water. You get some 3M sticky tape, a cable tie to keep things secure in case the mount fails, and you get even more mounts like Y mounts and things like that, or actually not a Y mount but a swivel mount, sideways mount, whatever, 90-degree mount, that's what I'm trying to say. Clippy kind of thing there, and everything you want. Wow, a tripod too, GoPro style. Now, by the way, all these things are compatible with GoPro. As a matter of fact, on the motorcycle ride, I already had a GoPro helmet mount on there, so I just sort of slid this into it with no problem. So the camera is capable of up to 1440p at 30 frames a second, 1080p at 60 seconds. I shot my video that you saw at the beginning of this review at 1080p at 30 frames a second. Now to open this up, there's like a little lock right here. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in just a little bit more. So you got to make sure that you push this aside and then lift to, the front back just like that, and bang, the camera's out. So that's your camera. About the size, very similar to a GoPro camera. It does have a little display on the back. I'll show that off. Again, here's the waterproof. It gives you when it's in this case with the right back on, it can be waterproof up to 40 meters. Pretty good. By the way, the weight of this thing is 59 grams. Other things about this, you have compressed format is H.264, which is good, and it's also a MOV type of video. Recording with the battery that comes with this thing is 90 minutes, and all you do is just take that door off there and the battery is just in there. Pretty nice. This also will take pictures, and it could go up to 16 megapixels of JPEG. You do single shot or continuous capture of 2, 5, or 10 seconds. This utilizes a micro SD card, which is not included unless you get one of those bundles I talked about. And all you do is just slip that in there, just like that, and it clicks. in just like that, sort of doo-doo, doo-doo, and it comes out. You also have your HDMI, micro SD, and USB, micro USB. You also have your up and down buttons. You have Wi-Fi ability on this thing, so you can press this to get your Wi-Fi going. And these two are also up and down buttons. This is your take a picture button, and this is your turn on button, and also your mode select. There's your camera, capable of up to 170 degrees, but you could go ahead and sort of zoom in. It sort of has the ability to knock down the degrees of the lens by sort of zooming in, and you can do that if you want. So to turn this on, really simple. By the way, charging time for charging this takes 3 hours. It's a 1050 or 1050 milliamp hour lithium ion battery in there that I just showed you. Turn it on, just press and hold the power until you hear it sing. I'm not sure if you heard that. And if you were to just plug this into a power supply, it'll automatically start recording, and that's so it could act as a DVR. But you can sort of see how this works. And if it's in video mode, as you can see right there, I could hit this mode select button, and it'll go through the different modes. There's your picture mode, and you could select event video or JPEGs right there, and then it goes into your menu options. Just to cycle these down, let you take a look. Seamless mode, let's take a look at that. So when you get down, when you go up and down buttons here, when you get to a menu item, if you press the take a picture button, the OK button, it lets you go in there. So in this case, if you're using it as a car DVR, you could select off 1 minute, 3 minute, or 5 minute videos. And we'll just select off. You could do time lapse, which is pretty cool. If you followed my channel, I did a time lapse with a different WiMiUS camera that I had reviewed earlier, the A1. You can see it does motion detection. You could put your car license plate in the video, sort of in there somewhere, and you could display it, boot record, timestamp, all kinds of stuff. Now if I hit the mode button again, it'll go to the next tab. And this one is all your options for pictures. So you can choose your resolution, whether you want burst mode, what quality. You know, you could go to like super fine quality or just regular. Pretty neat. Hit that mode again. And I could put this in the car mode. I could turn the sounds on and off. I could select HDR functionality, power save function, set the time and day, mess around with the G sensor. Let's go ahead and look at the G sensor. That's kind of a neat feature. So you can set it to low, normal, or high. I'm going to leave it off. System rotation, that's important because if you hang this upside down, you want to flip your picture, so that'll let you do that. Delay power off, light frequency, Wi-Fi. So you could turn your Wi-Fi on. So you can, instead of going through this menu, one of the things that you could do is, by the way, I changed the Wi-Fi name to just 2S, but you can go in there and actually change the Wi-Fi name, which is kind of cool. And you'd also change the Wi-Fi password, but the default one is 12345678990, which I left for this video. Alright, so let's go ahead and go back to the main screen. I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate the Wi-Fi ability of this camera. It's really cool. So while you have this on, just like this, I'm going to zoom in here in a minute. What I'm going to do is get ready to select my connections. So we'll go to Wi-Fi, and then what I'm going to do here is press and hold this Wi-Fi button on the side, which is also the up button for your menu select. And then I'm going to look for that thing that said S2, because I made the name S2. So my phone is searching right now. There's S2. So I select S2. So now I'm connected to S2. So now I'm going to start up the app. If you search in the Play Store WiMiUS, you'll find the app. And I'm going to go ahead and start it, and bingo, it's connected. If I flip it, it'll make it even bigger, as you can see. Whoops, I just hit a button, but you can see. And I could go in there and get to all the menu settings. I could change it to upside down. I go into the Wi-Fi settings, date, time, stamp, all the good things right there on your phone to make it easier. If you want to start recording, I could just hit the button. I could switch between the modes. See, now I'm in video mode. I could go to take a picture mode. Really neat. Really neat. Now there's one other thing. I'll show you this. It's important because this is how I inadvertently turned off the sound. This is actually still on. It's just screensaver. Well, maybe not. Yeah, okay. Wi-Fi ready. Okay. I don't want to do Wi-Fi, so you know what? I should have hit this button to turn Wi-Fi off instead of turning it off. See, this is one of the reasons why you should read the instructions. It does boot up pretty quick, by the way. So, you see this little mic symbol right there? I don't know, it might be hard to see, but it's this little dot right there. You could record without sound, and what you do is, while you're recording, you can see it's recording. It's a red dot. If you press and hold this down button here, watch what happens to the mic. Oh, actually, you just press the button. I'm sorry. Maybe it's the up button. Yes, it's the up button. So, the bottom button actually locks the video so it won't delete it, is what that did. The up button will mute while it's recording. The up button will actually either mute it or unmute it, so you'll record with either sound or no sound, as you can see there. And the bottom button locks whatever video you're taking so it won't delete if, you know, and this is important because if you're doing, let's say, 3-minute videos in car mode and car DVR, and if an accident happens, you don't want it to automatically overwrite when the card runs out of space. So you could go ahead and lock that file, and that's what that little lock is now that I had pressed that bottom button. So pretty neat functionality right there. You can't unlock it once it's locked though. Nope. Alright. Whoops. It's catching up. Alright, so stop recording. Voila. If you want to take a picture, again, you can just hit your mode. Now you can see it's a little camera looking guy there. If you want to take a picture, there we go. Very simple. Hit it again, and you could just go ahead and select, what's event? Oh, event is sort of preview, so you can look at what you recorded. See? It's like a playback. Really nice, really nice. Alright. See? It basically protected that video. Really neat. Alright, so that's really everything to make it. Again, that door can come off, and you can replace it with the other back that allows more sound to get through. Has these slits on there, but you lose the ability for being waterproof. And the reason why they did that is because it didn't come with like a, well, it did come with a frame mount, but this, well, you know what? Put the frame mount, and then you can put this on there and mount it to GoPro stuff. So actually, I don't know. I know that GoPros also do something like this, so I guess they're just sort of following the same kind of thing. So make things waterproof. You just put this guy in here, close it up, and you're in there. These buttons are waterproof. That's why they look so funky, but it still works. So if I press and hold this button right here, it should power it down. See? So everything works. Really, really nice. So what do you think? Is it worth it? I mean, you saw the videos that I put up front, and in my opinion, I would put it on par with the value-priced GoPros, except this one is a lot cheaper. So especially if you're doing something that's extremely high risk, where you're really risking killing a camera and you don't want to, you know, wreck your GoPro, this is kind of nice to put in harm's way, and you're really not going to lose too much money if it, you know, gets crushed or drops off the car because you had it suction cupped to the outside of a car or something like that. And it takes pretty good videos, as you saw at the beginning. And again, I didn't pump it up to its highest. I did it at 1080p at 30 frames a second. It did have 2 more choices above it, but I didn't choose those because my videos that I put on YouTube are not that high resolution, so you wouldn't have been able to see it anyway. Okay, so do I recommend it? Sure. For the price point, that's $76.95. I definitely recommend it. Alright, well, thank you very much for joining me here at the Gear Obsession channel. I really do appreciate every friend, viewer, subscriber, and especially you. And I hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye.